You came in for toilet roll and somehow left with a £247 receipt. That sounds careless, until you realize the spending started before you even touched an aisle. Costco's first trick is not a discount sign. It's the feeling that you should make the trip worth it. The moment you flash a membership card, your brain makes a quiet promise: I paid to get in, so I should leave with something big. It feels like access, but psychologically it feels like pressure. Then Costco hands you an enormous trolley, and suddenly one item looks like a failed mission. Empty space creates visual tension, and your brain starts filling space, not needs. Next comes the warehouse look. Rough, stripped back, almost no frills. And that look makes prices feel honest before you compare anything. Costco doesn't have to sell you every item. It only has to sell you the idea that Costco equals value. So you stop asking the dangerous question: will I actually use this before it expires? Then the store does something strange. It turns shopping into a treasure hunt. A telescope, a massage gun, a garden set in the same warehouse strip. Random placement doesn't just confuse you, it excites you. When shopping feels like discovery, you stay longer, and the longer you stay, the more your trolley fills itself. Then comes anchoring, one of retail's oldest tricks. Show you a very expensive item first, and everything else feels safer to buy. A £1,000 television makes a £180 gadget feel sensible. Not cheap, just less expensive than what you saw first. And then Costco hits you with its most persuasive illusion. Bulk quantity starts looking like intelligence. You stop asking, do I need this much? And start asking, how much am I saving? Bulk can be a real deal. But bulk also hides future waste behind today's excitement. Just as logic starts recovering, Costco changes the atmosphere. It uses smell. Warm food slows your pace and softens your resistance. Hungry brains buy faster and justify more. One tray becomes two because they freeze well. That sentence has built thousands of oversized receipts. You still feel in control, and that's exactly why the trap keeps working. Then Costco offers something that feels harmless. A free sample. Free samples don't just feed you. They purchase a few seconds of your attention. In a warehouse full of noise, 6 seconds of focused attention is expensive. Costco knows a pause often becomes a purchase. And now the layout takes over. Costco rarely gives you your essentials first. You came for milk and eggs. The store gives you a tour of temptation before necessity. Every extra step is another sales opportunity. Every corner is another chance to be interrupted. Notice how the warehouse feels just organized enough to function, but just unpredictable enough to keep you scanning. Predictable shoppers move efficiently. Curious shoppers spend more. Then the price tags step in, and most people miss the only number that matters: unit price. Big packaging tells a story about savings. Unit price tells the truth about value. Sometimes the giant pack is brilliant, sometimes it's just a bigger mistake. And now comes the pressure that kills calm thinking. Scarcity. You stop asking, do I need this? And start asking, what if it's gone next time? Strange timing makes ordinary products feel urgent. Urgency makes average decisions feel smart. This is where the receipt starts growing quietly, through tiny justifications. We're already here. It's cheaper in bulk. We'll use it later. Might as well. End caps are retail ambush points. High visibility, low resistance. You may walk past 9 of them. The 10th catches you at the wrong moment. The moment you feel you've won a bargain, your standards quietly drop on the next purchase. One smart buy often unlocks 5 lazy ones. That's not stupidity, it's momentum. Costco doesn't just sell products, it sells a better version of you, the organized parent, the prepared adult, the generous host. Your trolley becomes an identity, not a list. That kind of spending hides well, because it feels responsible. But the most expensive part of the trip is still ahead. And it happens when your brain is already tired. By checkout, decision fatigue has already set in. Tired brains buy shortcuts, it's only a few pounds, and that's exactly how totals climb unnoticed. Then the beeps start, and the rhythm itself becomes part of the trap. Fast movement reduces reflection. By the time you want to review, the receipt is already printing. Costco doesn't need one giant impulse purchase. It profits from clusters of tiny surrenders: gum, batteries, drinks, chocolate. One more box. Each one feels small. Together they move the total. And then comes the moment every Costco shopper recognizes: receipt shock. The number is higher than expected, but not high enough to feel like a disaster. That's the sweet spot. Painful enough to remember, rational enough to repeat. And now your brain starts a rescue mission: justification. We needed most of it. That one item was a bargain. It will last ages. Notice what disappeared. The original list. Costco trips stop being about list completion. They become about collecting opportunities. Opportunities are hard to budget for because in the aisle, they felt like smart decisions. But here's the twist most people miss. Costco's real power isn't just low prices. On many products, the value can be genuine. The savings can be real. But real value and real overspending can happen at the same time. That's what makes Costco so effective. The trap is not always fake pricing. It's behavioral design. Membership gets you in and makes you want to justify the trip. Trolley size changes what enough looks like. It rewrites your visual target before you shop. Layout increases exposure. You see more before you reach what you came for. Samples lower resistance. They turn products into experiences. Scarcity speeds decisions. Hesitation starts feeling risky. Bulk creates the illusion of efficiency, even when waste is waiting later. Checkout fatigue finishes the job when your attention is already spent. None of these tricks alone feels dramatic. Together they can double your total. A £60 trip becomes $220 before it even feels like a mistake. And here's the uncomfortable part. It's not entirely Costco's fault. Costco designs the battlefield. You still choose where to walk, which means the only real escape isn't avoiding Costco. It's shopping with rules stronger than the warehouse. Start before you leave the house. The trap gets weaker when the plan gets stronger. Use a list with categories, not just product names. That way, random deals have fewer entry points. Set a hard budget before you enter. A number decided inside the store is already compromised. Never shop hungry in a store built around bakery smell and samples. Hunger turns temptation into urgency. Check unit price, not just total price. Big packs are persuasive because they look efficient. Buy for your storage capacity, not the size of the pallet. If you can't store it properly, the saving starts shrinking. Skip browsing laps when possible. Costco's maze gets expensive the longer you wander. Treat end caps like adverts, not discoveries. If it's not on the list, it must earn your attention. Use a simple pause rule for impulse items. If you didn't plan it, wait 60 seconds before picking it up. If you shop with someone, assign one person to challenge impulse buys. Do we need it? Sounds basic, but it saves money. Review your receipt after the trip. Overspending becomes visible when you name the pattern. Costco is still Costco. The difference is whether you arrive with a system. The prices can be good, the savings can be real, but the trap begins when a good deal meets an unguarded brain. That's when overspending starts to feel like winning. So next time you flash that card, ask one question before you reach the first aisle. Are you shopping Costco, or is Costco shopping you?